All right, I'll still, yeah, I won't wait. Mhm. So I see we have Smash, who's in the chat from the Twitch side. How you doing, Smash? It's been a oh, oh you're monitoring both platforms. Cool. Uh, yeah, I think I modding for both YouTube and the Twitch. Which or are you mod? I think you're only modding for for YouTube. Uh, which thank you. I don't think we're gonna get any kind of bad vibes tonight or anything. I don't think we're gonna have to deal with anything negative tonight since it's Saturday. But I just wanted to hop on here and stream for a bit since it's been a while. I didn't think anyone would show up right away, but I don't think you'll need moderating though. Um, yeah, I mean, since I'm kind of low on the totem pole. I've been good. You know, when I'll do this, I'll just put the chat on screen. So, uh, I've been good. You know, I'm back in school, so that's been taking up most of my time. Uh, I mean, I've also been doing some modding myself for other channels, so I've been meaning to come back on here and do my own thing for a while. But again, it's life's been busy. So yes, probably just gonna just hang for a little bit. I don't know how long I'm gonna go because I know I don't usually stay on here for more than an hour. So yeah. And I waited for such a calm time in the world. Yeah, you know, life's been busy. I'm not really gonna I should probably go into something specific, but meh, I don't think so tonight. It's yeah, it's Saturday, so just gonna hang out like normal. Oh, this music is kind of that's better. That's better. Honestly, this non-copyrighted stream free music that Restream offers, I think it needs a little spice of life. Really, but I can deal with it. I can deal. So have you been, Smash? Enough about me. How about you? How have you been? Just day-to-day living. Yeah, that's what we're all trying to do. You know, it's one day at a time, one step at a time. Nothing too shabby, really. What else? I mean, I hung out with a friend, with a fellow podcaster friend. Had some fancy old Chinese food. Had some orange shrimp for lunch with white rice, and had some pizza for dinner. Been trying to find a decent coffee shop around old school landscape and Minecraft in my oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've been what have I been playing? I mean, I've been playing a lot of Nintendo, so uh a lot of I think the Twitch, I don't know if you should change it, but I've been playing a lot of Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie, playing a lot of Fortnite. Uh on the Switch, yeah. On the Nintendo Switch, I renewed my subscription and added 64 and I think Sega. Yeah. So I've been playing that a lot. Tried to game stream and still trying. Oh, nice. NES and a mini. See, I had the Super NES growing up. I had the successor model. So that was my first model. That was my first time playing introduction to video games was the Super NES. Uh, now they've kind of come full circle, Nintendo, with the cartridges. They're just smaller now. They're tiny. They're just small. To me, I remember back in the NES, they used to be, you know, the cartridges on the Super NES. They were just enormous. I could only, look. I remember, like growing up, it's like, wow. Although they were pretty good sized cartridges, game cartridges. Uh, rolling on the yeah, that's how it was. That's how it was back in the day. Was to just blow on the cartridge if it didn't work. But yeah, I had a Super. Yes, I grew up on the Super NES, the N64, which I got as a Christmas present along with my sister. And hey, B Cat or Cat, as I call you B Cat a lot. I know some people like to call you Cat. I don't know which you prefer. I think either or, B Cat or Cat. Anyway, um, but it's good to see you. It's not often I come on. I just decided I'll come on stream tonight. If only StreamYard would allow me to do what Restream does, which is simultaneously stream on both Twitch and YouTube. I know a lot of the big name streamers that they use StreamYard. Thinking of probably saving up. The next thing I save up for is a StreamYard subscription because I've been wanting to change this up for some time. I don't know what it is. I keep drinking water. I don't know why. Take a sip of water every few seconds. I probably need to put the water off camera, off stream, and stop looking at it every time I get so damn nervous. Um, it was like, and I just lost my train of thought. I was talking about the Nintendo. I was talking about the Nintendo with Smash. Yeah, I had the Super Nintendo. Is what I grew up on. Uh, grew up on. It's hard not to be nervous, but I'm trying still. Grew up on the 64, which was both a Christmas present for me and my sister, and then the first console I had on my own was the GameCube, where I didn't have to share it at all. So that was my obsession when I was 10. But yeah, we're just buds hanging out, conversing. Yeah. There's just nothing. I mean, there's so much to talk about, give or take, about what's going on in the left media, online left space. But it's like, what's the point of talking about it if everyone else before me has already made their case? It's like there's so much I could say about all the chorus nonsense, but why do you need to hear yet another leftist, so-called leftist streamer? Well, not so-called leftist streamer like myself tell you anything that somebody else has already told you. As bad as all that stuff is, I mean, I could think of probably like maybe one or two good streamers on the left that have ranted a good bit about all the chorus media, or not. I don't think it's called chorus. It's that company that Ryan Tyler Cohen started, and they're all getting dark horse money. The dumpster wants us to talk about the canning of late night comics, so he feels powerful. We don't have to talk about it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't want to. The whole Jimmy Kimmel. It's just so much I'm still learning about that. There's nothing I'm not aware of it. Oh, court. Um, yeah, I know that there was it was like Brian Tyler Cohen's project, his like political project, that all these like liberal streamers were getting this money, and none of them are. They're just all just liberal podcasters and streamers, not talking about anything about Gaza and Palestine. Uh, yeah, it's a farce. Honestly, it's terrible. Yep, we are. I just blowed up. It got blowed up, so now no one is joining it, is what I figured. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna want to join. I mean, I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't join. I don't care if if someone randomly came up to me and said, found out again. I'm low on the totem pole, y'all. But let's just say hypothetically, if someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, we like what you're doing. Here's a big chunk of money," I'd be like, "You got the wrong guy for that." At first, I kind of want to know where the money's coming from and where's it going, or could you make a certain amount of donations to charity or some good benefit, specifically benefiting the people of Gaza and Palestine, uh, benefiting. Yeah, no, we can't advocate for taking dark money out of politics by taking. Oh, I'm not saying I would take dark money, BCAT. I would not take any kind of dark horse money. I'd be like, no, not at all. Like, nada, no, X, no, I'd be like, okay, where's it going? And where's it coming from? And if it's going to all the wrong things, I'm like, that's on that's on them. That's not my thing. So, David Packman, Brian Tyler Cohen, who else? Lee McGowan, the Midas Mighty people. They got a lot to explain for it. They got a lot. They have a lot of. They got a lot of explaining to do. Like, basically. If someone gave me, I'd go to their classes with ears in and then go to a stream my own ish, including Gaza. If it's paid by Israel, then nope. Yeah, I mean, I same, same. I just like if this is like Israel funded money, then I'm like, I'm out of here. It's like us, like say like sayonara, like get me out of here. But anyway, yeah, it's bad. It's terrible. It's it's not anything that we four, well, we three, myself, Smash, and BCat would advocate for seriously. We would not advocate for that. So, yeah, it is capital T terrible, and the people that are taking that money and started that project, quote unquote. I won't flip flop on Gaza. That's a moral stance. Oh, I'm not. I would not say. I wouldn't assume that you were flip flopping on Gaza, Smashy. I know where you stand, and BCat as well, and myself. Like I've made it clear that I'm pro-Palestine in every sense of the way, so I know where you all stand. So you're cool. You're good. And I feel another yawn coming on. Wonder, Nintendo guy. Oh, really? Oh, well, welcome in, Nintendo guy, 1989. Well, welcome in, Nintendo guy. You also found the right place because I'm also a big Nintendo person. So, and tonight, like I say, it's just a chill stream. I mean, I'd love to talk more in depth, but not really. We were just talking about all the great Nintendos. I mean, there's only been, let's see, NES, Super NES, 64, GameCube, Wii U, Switch 1, Switch 2. So that's there's about 8, like console wise, not counting the handheld stuff, but the stuff that you can take home and hook up to your TV sets. Which I still haven't Game Boy, IBS. I think there's Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP. Then there's all the DS consoles that I can't really name off the top of my head. Because there's so many of them. Yeah. But there's been 8 consoles, homeware wise, not counting the what was the second? 64. I got Super Mario Kart, 60 Mario Party 1 to 3, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Super Mario. See, I've played all those. Well, let's see. I've played 64, played the Mario Kart, playing the Mario Party 3. I played Mario Golf on the GameCube. Paper Mario on the GameCube. I think they had a version of that. Mario I think I played Mario Tennis. I think I remember 64, Diddy Kong 64. Diddy Kong. Yeah, no problem. This is a very accepting and tolerant safe space, Nintendo guy. You are more than welcome here. Uh, Diddy Kong Racing, I remember I was, big for Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie and Super Smash Brothers, which that led me to a huge fanship of that franchise. I have ADHD, OCD, autism, depression. I think is that what you mean? Anxiety, IBS, PTSD. Yeah, I mean, I can relate. I'm also autistic, and I'm on the spectrum, and I deal with depression still to this day and anxiety, and I don't know if I wouldn't. I'm not sure if I have OCD, obsessive compulsive. Uh, but I'm, yeah. So I'm, on the spectrum. I have depression. I've dealt with depression. I still battle it occasionally. I battle anxiety. I mean, every single day. I mean, not a day goes by when there's something important and something I need to do, and then the anxiety hits me because, how is the outcome going to be, either good or bad? Um, I will see your hand and raise you be bipolar and schizo. Uh, oh, no, I don't think I should say that word. I have to watch myself because even as a member of a minority community, I still tend to uh, have my moments where I catch myself and I have to. Is BCat still here? They were just here a moment ago. Is it something I said? No, no, it's okay. He'll come back. Oh, thanks for the follow, Nintendo guy, on the Twitch. I think I'm almost, if I'm not mistaken, I can check it right now. I think I'm close to affiliate status. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Yes, thank you so much for the follow. Um, well, let's see. Let me pop over to the tab. Oh, let's see. I think it's your dashboard. Uh, nah. Yeah, I'm not nearly as close to affiliate as I thought I was. Yeah, I keep thinking that I'm this close to getting affiliate on Twitch, and then I'm still at 1 to 4. So I've got the over 25 followers. I just need to do the others. Yeah, it's it's kind of difficult, somewhat. I mean, when I first started out, I mean, I've been doing this for like 5 years, and it was tough in the beginning. Like, even to this day, I still have issues here and there trying to navigate through the streamer mode of Twitch. Um, it's very daunting, Smash. They're constant, yeah, yeah, and it's like they're changing the way the platform is for certain streamers, like even smaller ones, like smaller content creators like myself and others. You know, I don't put myself out there. I feel even to this day that there are, better folks that deserve it more than I do. But in any event, it's a lot harder at times to uh because I keep changing, not that it's my goal or anything, but there's that revenue split. Some creators, it's like Twit was it Amazon owns and runs Twitch, so they like take, was it a 50% cut of the content creators' money, or revenue share, whatever you call it. And I don't. It's just like, maybe even more. I just that's just disgraceful in a lot of ways. It's dreadful, but I probably keep my mouth shut because I probably should just keep it to myself. Hey, what am I doing? Chewing on a fucking on a pen instead of a pencil. I just do this. I have a lot of habits. I just put a pen or something in my hand and just twirl it because you know, I don't know. I get bored easily. And that's probably why people dip in and out here because I'm not as engaging. I try to engage as much. Uh, I think it's vice versa. Or no, I think it's Twitch first and then it's YouTube. So yeah, I think it's the first one. That's ADHD, the boredom. Oh God. What streamers have I been watching lately? I mean, other than the Vanguard. Uh, it's- I don't know. There's like a whole bunch of lefty streamers that I've been. Or do you even call them streamers? Like, what would you call them? Would you just call them content creators? Because they have certain titles. I have both platforms, but I know how. I think what is it? You have both platforms, but you don't know how to do both simultaneously. Well, I mean, I just connect both of my accounts, Twitch and YouTube, to this restream, and it just broadcasts. Uh, it just broadcasts basically. My O button was dying. Oh, is it your zero button or the O button on your computer? But I don't know. What would you call? Oh, the O button. Oh, okay. Um, what was I saying? I was just a moment ago. Oh, like, yeah. What would you call somebody who does podcasts? Would you call them that or streamers? I mean, I would. I call myself a yeah, content. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would say. I would call them content creators because they do, you know, they create content, whether it's in podcast or stream form. Yeah, exactly. They do their own work. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, because I do my own work here. I mean, more or less. I need to get better at editing. Something that if I'm going to do interviews, if I'm going to keep doing interviews on this platform, or unless I switch over to Restream or soon StreamYard. The streamers, if they do reacts and repeat others' vid, yeah, that's why I'm like, I just don't want to get into the same, content. I mean, it just seems that everybody's talking about the same thing over and over again that they already heard. So it's not going to make any difference if. Hey, Sharma, I'm doing good. How are you? Uh, yeah, it's sometimes it's best to just try to get apolitical. Sometimes, I mean, I make my political sympathies clear, but sometimes it's just better to talk about other things like video games. And I don't want to say pop culture, but that's kind of where it's going. So I'm just like, I just want to be apolitical for a change, And I'm going to daily in real life a tetherball hitting stream for shits and giggles. Oh, that's cool. Smash. Um, Let me know how that works out. How that is. So it's a stream, but it's like IRL. It's in real life. Yeah. Oh, nice. A tetherball court in your apartment. Yeah, we just have a weight room. We don't have anything exciting. I'm doing good, Sid. How you doing? Just at home after a long day. Uh, I'm good. How are you doing? You just hit the ball and chat about whatever. Oh, that's cool. Whatever comes to mind, that's got to be good. This music. Let's turn it down some. Ooh. Um. Well, that's cool. That seems to be fun. Better than sitting in my chair. I can hard relate because I am trying to get out more and just do things that I am interested in, if that makes sense. I'm trying to get out there and, as the people say, touch grass. Uh, well, thanks, BCat. I was wondering where you were. I was like, is it something I said? No, no, it's all right. Um, uh, yeah, I'm trying to do more really around my community, and I'll just throw this up there real quick. Yay! Throw this up here real quick, and then I want to just throw this. What's up, V? What's up? What's up? Now it's gonna be a good stream. Now we're hanging out. Now it's good. Um, yeah, I mean, so yeah, I'm trying to go out there and, as the people say these days, touch grass. So I'm trying to do that, do more of that, and like tomorrow I'm gonna go to the local downtown library and pick some books up. You know, maybe go get some coffee, check out some of the local coffee shops that I haven't been to yet. Because I'm trying to not get Starbucks every day because, it's just the union busting that does me in. Where I just like I don't want to support them like ever. I'd rather stick to local stuff. I'd rather go to local coffee shops instead because I prefer that more. Oh, I already have a copy actually. I bought a copy of the Half Price Bookstore. Uh, it's in my personal library. Yeah, I agree, Nightingale. Starbucks is boy. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should. But not really. I feel. I believe we should just boycott every corporately owned money making grubbing machine on the planet and start with Starbucks, and then go to places like Walmart, boycott Target for their anti DEI stances. Uh, what else? There's like all like the big corporate big box places. Let's just like not do that. Yeah, exactly, Smash. Walmart is like next on the list. It's just like let's just go from Starbucks and then just work our way up. And then just like, you know what? Just go local. There should be a lot of locally owned businesses around in our respective communities. I don't see why we shouldn't. Why should they be filled up with gentrified uh slop, for lack of a better term? Because heck, they even gentrified the McDonald's, and I can't remember the source. Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, if you remember it, if I'm still here, if the stream's still going, uh, you can put it in chat, or you can just send it to me in DM, private DM. But yeah. Oh no, I feel a yawn coming on. Oh, oh, are you kidding me right now? My AirPod came out. Yeah. But yeah, where'd you? Yeah, I mean, every company that big box store is pro-Israel. Sadly, the so many products and companies to boycott diversity and sanctions. Yeah, yeah, I think that like even Amazon is supportive of Israel. And so there just doesn't seem to be an alternative to leftist content creation. I think that one of the things in the last meeting we were having with the TCMB, I was talking about Collectiva.media, and still wondering how you could use that. You could stream out from using platforms like this to stream out to Collectiva. that could be like an alternative to YouTube if YouTube just kind of goes under. Hi, maybe gonna flub your name, so I apologize. Say, say, Tija ready? Ready? I may have flubbed it. I apologize, but anyway, welcome in. Just nothing really, just hanging with friends, really. But welcome in. Oh, cool. Charger press, band to satirical nature. Huh. Let me check this out. I don't know if I can. Uh, no, I do not want to do that. I want to highlight it. Maybe if I put a star in it. No, it won't do that either. Well, I copy and paste it and share my screen. I can look at the article, but huh, yeah. I've been reading banned books since I was 13 years old, so banned books are the best. I mean, let's face it, they are. I mean, the good kind. But either Rysum, Hassan, or Grimlow. Oh, was it one of those three that talked about the article? Rhizome. So I don't know who Rhizome is. I obviously know who Hassan is. Everyone knows who Hassan is. And I actually know who Grumlow is. I may have watched their stream once or twice, a couple years. That was like many years ago. One of them showed the article. Huh? Is it recently? Do you think? So it's an article talking about how 19 it was today. Oh. Oh, okay. So it was an article that was talking about how and why George Orwell's 1984 was banned, or why it was placed on a banning list because of the would you say the satirical nature towards politics and leaders of government? I mean, I've read George Orwell, and I actually, like I said, I have just recently bought a copy of 1984, like a paperback copy, and I've been reading it in spurts. Uh, and for what it's worth, it's a pretty damn good novel. So I wonder what that effectively means, like banned in the USA or countries. Uh, does that mean it'll get pulled from bookstores and libraries? That's a good question, B. Because I went to the half price. I mean, yeah, I just I went to half price books, and they had a stack of 1984 and other Orwell, like Animal Farm, uh, and it's like, what's that mean? You're gonna just get rid of those stacks of Orwell novels, and yeah, it's terrible. I mean, it's kind of the same way with what's that comic, uh, Mouse, the graphic novel Mouse. Let me see if I can find it. 13, 34. Yeah, Art Spiegelman's mouse was banned. This is like 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, actually. Um, because of the depiction of the Holocaust. I'm like, but hmm, uh, it's like I've read it. I've read Mouse when I was my initial last year of college, and I thought it was depicting history from a graphic novel perspective decently. And it's like, I mean, it's probably gonna have to like reread it several times just to understand it. Uh, but like I said, I mean, Mouse was a good book, a good graphic novel. I mean, and you could say the same about Orwell, about George Orwell. I think we also have to keep him on the left because there's a lot of people on the right that are trying to claim him as their own when it's uh, it's not the case. But how are you doing, uh, Gale? I didn't say hi to you. I saw you pop. I think I said hi to you, but I didn't. I didn't say. I didn't say how you were doing. Uh, you've seen certain bookstores that have banned book sections. Must be a way. Yeah, um, definitely. I think they have like a section either in the, I wouldn't say in back of the store, but in certain parts of the store that would say banned, and they would just have like a line of books, maybe a set of books, like different volumes of books that were banned, that kind of thing. But yeah, like I say, the best books are the banned books, the good kind. I was trying to look off screen for a good clip to show, or a good clip to watch about why 1984 was banned, but there's nothing there. Hmm. Yeah, so try a mom and pop's bookstore if you can find one. Yeah, definitely. There's so many of them that this may be interesting. That's the thing, though. I'm trying to like copy and paste it, but I can show it. Um, um, no, I don't want to do that. Uh, yeah, it's 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm trying to see how I can copy and paste it and then share my screen and I could watch it, but for some reason I can't do that. Um, yeah, that's why I just wish they could do this and then or we can just open up the chat comment. I can copy or maybe wait a minute. Why didn't I think of it? I could just go to Twitch and guess I can start at Animal Farm and then just talk about 1984. See. Yeah.
Orwell is a political Animal Farm of the term sadism. For this very reason, Animal Farm, published in 1945 by English author George Orwell, is a political satire about a group of farm animals who overthrow their human owner, dreaming of a society built on equality and freedom. The pigs slowly take control, and one pig named Napoleon rises to power, becoming a ruthless dictator. In the end, the animals are betrayed and find themselves worse off than before. Animal Farm is a story that represents the Russian Revolution and the rise of Stalin in the Soviet Union. The pigs represent Soviet leaders who, after promising equality, abused their power and created a new form of oppression. Because of its criticism of authoritarian rule and political hypocrisy, Animal Farm has been banned in multiple countries. It was banned in the Soviet Union and other communist nations for mocking the failures of communist leadership. In 1948, Czechoslovakia banned it for the same reasons. In Vietnam, it was banned for promoting a false socialism ideology. In Cuba, it's still banned today. In 1987, it was also removed from schools in Bay County, Florida, by a superintendent who found the content inappropriate for students. In 2002, it was also banned in schools in the United Arab Emirates due to Islamic sensitivities like the portrayal of pigs and alcohol. 1984, written by George Orwell and published in 1949, is a dystopian story set in a future where the world is locked in constant war. Great Britain, now called Airstrip 1, is part of a superstate named Oceania, ruled by Big Brother, a dictator upheld by fear, control, and non-stop propaganda. The government watches everyone through constant surveillance, rewrites history, and punishes anyone who thinks for themselves. The main character, Winston Smith, works at the Ministry of Truth, where he secretly hates the regime and dreams of rebellion. He joins what he thinks is a resistance movement only to be betrayed and arrested. Winston is tortured by the party until he breaks and finally gives up all rebellion, even coming to love Big Brother. 1984 was banned in the Soviet Union in 1950 because Stalin recognized it as a criticism of his rule. It was also banned in Vietnam for political reasons. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is in 1860.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that's yeah, that's interesting. Stop sharing. That's awesome. But it didn't shed much light on the current states. No, it didn't. It was a. I just wanted to skip to the part where it was talking about Orwell. But I think I'm probably gonna like bookmark that and read it. Probably watch it. Watch a little bit more in my spare time, and to know why Alice in Wonderland was banned. You know who else I've read? I think I'm not sure if anyone here has read in some form like Kurt. I mean, I've only read a couple of his books. Speaking of Stalinism, which I didn't know at the time, um, Kurt Vonnegut. Like I've only really read Breakfast of Champions, and trying to find slapstick. I just was curious enough to know what Bitingale and Smash and B-Cat, if they're still in chat. You've read several, Vonnegut. What's your overall take on them? I'm just curious, like if it's like it doesn't matter like if it's good or bad. I'm just it's fine. I find this subject matter compelling and very readable, engrossing almost. Um, that's interesting. Uh, what about Vitingale? You say you read. Hold on, I'll pull it up. You said you read 1984 with your partner a while back. Good stuff. Yeah, like I said, I have a paperback copy of 1984 that I bought recently, and I'm trying to read it. Trying to start reading. That's one of the things I've been trying to do is start reading books again. I haven't necessarily stopped, but Uh, I need some inspiration for what I'm writing or when I'm writing. So who else? I mean, I've read Chomsky. I read Howard Zinn. Uh, like I find his book, A People's History of the United States, in that same vein, uh, compelling. Like you want to talk about, like I wouldn't say it's an alternative history of the world, but like maybe something a little more in depth. Uh, I would maybe spend a weekend trying to just at least decipher Zen. Um, I read a communist manifesto. I have two copies of a communist manifesto in in my personal library. What else? What else? I'm reading a book about the history of corporate media. Uh, Basically about cable news, and I think it's best if I go and explain it. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll, I'll be right back. I swear. You start. When you started a Vonnegut book, you you knew you were going to be in for fiction, but good relatable stuff. Yeah, I think that once you start getting the material, once you start like reading the material, tend to hopefully understand it. But this book here, uh, Cable News Confidential. This book came out in 2006, and it's by Jeff Cohen, who works for or had started FAIR. That's Fairness and Accuracy in Reporting. It's he started like a progressive group called Roots Action, and basically worked as a pundit for all three, cable news networks. That's CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and I'm just about done with it. I actually just got through. I've just basically finally got into the part where he talks about MSNBC, and I would say if you want a deep dive history on the behind the scenes culture in cable news, this book is quite a page turner, and for a book that came out roughly 2 decades, almost 20 years ago, I feel like it still holds up 20 years later. Yeah, this book is Jeff Cohen. He's a pundit. Started Fairness and Accuracy in Reporting, and but he's also a media critic, and started Roots Action, and yeah, good stuff, good content. If you want to talk about, if you want to know about the behind the scenes culture of cable news media, because it still exists today, believe it or not. But I mean, it's much more. much more deep now than it is in 2006. Uh, yeah. You never read Kurt Vonnegut? Yeah. I mean, there's stuff I've never read that I wish I could have, but I mean, I've only skimmed through Breakfast of Champions. I think I need to go back and reread it so I can understand it. Uh, yeah, there's like you start out, you find an author that you tend to be curious about, and you read a couple of their books, and you think you understand it, and then you put it down, and then a couple years pass, or some time passes, and it's like, uh, maybe I didn't understand that, you know. But uh, yeah, I read Zen, read Chomsky during my like self education on the left. I read the Jeff Cohen book again. I read this book. Good stuff. Yeah. What the heck is this music doing? Sorry about that. Um, hmm, yeah, yeah. It sounds good. Like I said, I still have to. I've only read one book by him, so I'm gonna have to like at some point, if I feel like it, start reading more Vonnegut just to understand him. Hmm. 202 or something you haven't read in years. I don't think I've heard of that. I don't think I've heard of that one. So I just made you a mod in Twitch, Smash. So you have mod privileges on both Twitch and YouTube now. Let's see. I don't see the cat in Disc or in Twitch. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need to. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm definitely gonna need get all the help as possible. I'm gonna start. I hope I'm treating the mods that uh, work for me, if you want to call it that, better than say TYT. Uh, are you a mod, Fighting Gale, at all? Let me see something. I click. How do you? I should know how to do this. How you make somebody a mod in in She Has a Sword. B-Cat has a sword? I hope so. I need to go back and find and Twitch keeps pausing for some reason. Oh no, Vite on Twitch. Okay, so I saw B-Cat isn't a mod, so I figured I'd make them a mod too. I should remember how to do it though. I could just remember. I know when Letterhack showed me, or showed me how to do it, where you can just make. Okay, here it is. Add as a moderator. I guess standard. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, BCAT is now a moderator for Twitch. Yeah, I could probably do that. I'll refresh both. Yeah, it says you're both mods, so yeah, you both are moderators for Twitch and YouTube. Oh God, yeah. I was looking at an old Tom and Jerry cartoon. It's like they're doing like a sword fight, and he's like, "Oh God." It's kind of interesting because the chat when the messages when you type something on in the platform, whether it's Twitch or YouTube, and it comes up on the restream. It starts at the bottom, but on display it's at the top for some reason. Who should I don't know why I'm already thinking of this. Uh, who should I raid on? Let's see. Let's open up. Uh, Creator dashboard. Stream manager. I got it.
Okay, raid channel. I don't know why it won't let me raid. If here's the thing, when it gets close to me wanting to raid somebody, like I'm not gonna do it at the moment, like not right now. But I don't know. Every time I want to raid somebody, like no comment check on Twitch, it won't let me raid to Irene for some reason. For some awkward reason, it won't do it. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Well, I'm stuck with these. Rathbone is pretty good. I'm somewhat familiar with Rathbone. I don't think I follow them though, just because. Just because I can't find them. I just don't. I don't bother to find them for some reason. It's nothing against them. Yeah, but I'll check them out at some point just to see what they're like. I've been watching a lot of I Am Blakely on YouTube. They do I think they do like what they call coffee streams on Thursdays and Saturdays. Or no, Sunday, Thursday. Yeah. I had to cough. What else? Um, okay, this is current. This is I think he's a decent actor. Some of his ideas and has some cool songs. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm kind of I need to watch his content a little bit more and try to understand him. But I wanted to share this video. I wanted to switch gears and talk about physical media. Physical media, because it's just disappearing even as we speak.
2025 is strange, and I believe we're in a limbo. Has physical media... The current state of physical media 2025 is strange, and I believe we're in a limbo. Has physical media died? Is it on life support as we await the death? Or could physical media make a return to the consumer home? Several major electronics manufacturers stopped producing Blu-ray players. Most notably last year, in 2024, Samsung and LG announced that they were discontinuing their Blu-ray players. And whilst the two brands weren't the top tier and the gold standard producers of Blu-ray players, it's still very worrying. Disney also announced in 2023 that they will no longer be selling DVD and Blu-ray discs in Australia and New Zealand. The last new Disney disc available to buy in both nations was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And whilst you can go back and buy the existing Disney catalogue that previously has existed, Disney will no longer be producing a single Blu-ray, DVD or 4K disc going forward. So if there's a film that you want to see remastered or another version of a film is re-releasing, it's no longer going to be available.
Pete, I'm done running.
If you want to see a Disney film become remastered on 4K or even Blu-ray, that's no longer going to exist. And whilst I do somewhat understand it due to Disney Plus, it is very worrying.
Like you might want some new information. And you might want to hear about 3 new shows we're doing for Disney Plus.
I think firstly, more and more viewers are becoming sick and tired of the streaming service monopoly. We pay more for less content year by year. 10 years ago there was 1 or 2 major streaming services, Netflix was the big player. Nowadays, you're paying so much more for less content. And you have 7 to 8 major streaming services all fighting for subscriptions, and original content has become such a huge aspect of online streaming. I believe Netflix was the first huge streaming service to actually create their own shows. For example, Stranger Things, released in 2016, was a huge original show. And whilst it is a great idea for a stream...
Once these companies saw a gateway or a gatekeep into creating content like this, specifically for just online streaming, they said to hell with physical media, to hell with to hell with it. We are not making any more DVDs. We are not making any more Blu-rays. And yet, this is why we are losing. I don't know why I keep messing with it. This is why we are losing, in my view, that collective, that part of culture, that of just having something like physically, like books. It's like books, like, you know, it's like you need something to hold on, like something to look and to read. It's like the disappearing of physicality in media is just, it's just, Anyway.
Service to entice viewers to their platform with an original show, which is exclusive for their platform. There's much more that goes into it, and a lot of it is down to licensing fees. And when Netflix first started to gain a lot of traction in the early 2010s, there was a lot of shows on the streaming service which you are never going to see ever again. For example, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, The Sopranos, or any...
That's because a lot of the contracts ran out. When the contract was coming up and they needed, and the companies needed more money or demanded more money, and they couldn't give it to them, then the show, the people who made the show said, see you later, we're going somewhere else. And by that, I mean, we're going to another service. We're not going to put anything out on physical. I mean, let's face it. Have you seen any, like what's on now? My uncle's been watching a lot of Star Trek lately. Have you seen any of the new installments of Star Trek on physical media? Like on any kind of like box set of DVD? Like I can recall, like even like even a decade ago, like when I got a PS3 that plays Blu-ray, plays physical media. It's like you go into a store, you go into one of those big box corporate retail hounds we were talking about. a moment ago. You go into fucking Walmart and you could see like literally box sets of the same, like Star Wars or Indiana Jones or what else? Like every like packaged Disney film. That's gone, man. That's totally gone. We're just losing that part of said culture that is. It's just a great loss. I mean, we have like again, tell me once that like whatever the new installment of Star Trek is, like you're never gonna see a box set version of anything. Like any new movie that comes out, unless it's like a franchise, that's like one of those legacy films. You'll see those. But any new with luck, if the movie is popular, that a studio thinks it's important, or a distributor thinks it's important, it'll get a physical media release. Other than that, because I can try as hard as I can to think of several films that I saw on a streaming service this year, even this last year, that deserve a physical media release, and they still haven't gotten one. But I digress.
Anything else which is...
Oh, you hear that? Did y'all hear that? There's somebody with a bike. Anyway, let's finish this.
now locked into a specific streaming platform, you're never going to see again. And whilst there has been a fair share of solid original shows over the year, I really don't believe there's enough. There's really only a handful of exclusive streaming originals which I've enjoyed over the years. The most notable one for me is The Irishman. Netflix did fund and produce Martin Scorsese's crime classic in 2019.
They wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare.
And as I mentioned, Stranger Things is another huge one, which is exclusively released on Netflix. When you're browsing through streaming platforms, it does kind of feel like you're walking past a market stall and having a bunch of traders shout prices.
I only saw one season of Stranger Things that was released on DVD and Blu-ray. One. I don't know about anyone else here, but I have only seen one. I'll say it again. I have only seen one season of Stranger Things, and that's the first on DVD. If I've missed something, please correct me. But I have not seen any of the other seasons out on physical media. I don't know. That's just me. Oh.
And deals and heckle at you for your attention. I mean, just take a look at the big list of platforms now. Netflix, Max, Disney Plus, Apple TV, Hulu, Peacock, Prime Video, and Paramount Plus are just a few of the streaming platform services available. And whilst we are talking about other streamers, Paramount Plus, who once called themselves the home of Star Trek, as they actually own the franchise, sold and licensed 10 Star Trek.
You don't usually watch DVD sets of anything. I just watch on YouTube. Since they're released, even that, it's like YouTube tends to be picky and choosy with how they release that. Like even still, they'll put like a free with ads thing. Oh, once they're they'll do a thing like they'll just like put free with ads, or they'll put it as like their like under one of their programs, like their paid member programs. You know. Okay. They want you to spend a little more, to watch a classic. I mean, I prefer if I'm going to spend a little for my money, I'd rather buy the box set. I'd rather be the opposite. I'd rather buy the DVD set, because again, the streaming services are so damn expensive, and they're going to keep getting expensive. it's just corporate elitist culture that V and everyone else in TCM talks about constantly. And it's like we're all in the right there. So anyway, I digress.
Movies to HBO as part of a 6-month agreement. Amazon also purchased MGM and the Bond franchise, but if you want to watch all 26 Bond films, you're going to have a really hard time finding them. Censorship and films being removed is another huge issue. Recently, I began my pretty much yearly rewatch of The Office, and I found out that 4 episodes had actually been removed from Netflix. The series Willow was also removed from Disney Plus last year as part of a cost-cutting measure that saw dozens of shows exit the service. And I believe it was less than 14 months later, just deleted and axed the entire series from the platform. And now, they did say it was due to a budget or some sort of staffing reason to do with the servers, but it's strange. It is very strange. Imagine working on Willow or you actually start within the show and you can't find your own series. The so-called stream war does feel like it's coming to an end, and I think services...
Stream war? How about a competition war we got here?
know this.
This is the most excited I've felt about physical media since like 2012.
Netflix and Amazon now offer a cheaper alternative version of the platform included with ads, so you will have ads throughout the film or the series that you're watching, and I think this kind of takes away the whole point. We are going back to cable TV. And it is interesting to mention that the standard membership has slowly and creepily risen in price. Over the past decade, a standard Netflix subscription has nearly doubled. And the whole idea around streaming services like Netflix was that 10 years ago you paid a set fee every month. It was significantly cheaper than cable or regular television, and you were able to access hundreds of shows and TV series at the click of a finger. But in 2025, streaming does feel more like cable than ever, and it's almost nostalgic in a way.
Because they're trying to compete with cable. They're trying to compete with it, and even cable is dwindling. The numbers, it's like you see these companies, it's like they're trying to do away with like Paramount is trying to like basically throw the book at things like Nickelodeon, and Warner Brothers is like throwing the book at cartoon. Like it's like literally, it's like you go on HBO Max or Paramount Plus. They've ransacked all the classic nostalgic stuff because of their own reasons, which they claim are budgetary, but it's yeah. I should stop ranting.
And not in a great way either. It's quite strange to actually now look at 7 to 8 streaming services and you're kind of scrambling through the options of what film is on what and how you can access a certain series on a platform. So it's very worrying, and it's now modern day cable. You just have a load of separate subscriptions. And this is the part of the video where I'm supposed to tell you that physical media is going to be so much cheaper than streaming services, but it's just not true.
The DVD was a huge part of our business, of our revenue stream. Technology has just made that obsolete.
Oh, dear Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
Everyone knows the benefits of a physical disc, whether it's DVD, Blu-ray, or even 4K. You get superior picture quality, uncompressed audio, bonus features, and best...
I think I'm gonna stop at the 2-hour mark. So when I officially hit 2 hours, I'm gonna just be like, peace. So just heads up.
First of all, you own the film. So to recap, physical media still matters in 2025, and here's why. Streaming services will never beat physical media when it comes to visual and audio quality. Due to the bitrate and the actual information which cannot be transferred via the internet when you're streaming a film, many Blu-ray discs actually beat 4K Ultra HD streaming quality. And when you do compare a 4K Ultra HD streaming film to a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray disc, the physical disc in terms of audio and visual quality beats the streaming version by leaps and bounds. Why does physical media actually matter in 2025? Ownership and preservation of film is going to become increasingly more important as the years go by. And yes, if you do want to spend $10 a month or a small fee for something like Netflix, where you have a variety of random films which are constantly shipped from service to service and updated, deleted, it's sort of this cycle of films being added, removed, etc., etc., then go ahead, get a Netflix subscription. But I truly believe that if you love and adore a film, and it's something which, and it sounds quite corny, but holds a place in your heart, then you should own that film. So the idea of a streaming server, although it was something which I'd heard many times, it was never something which actually interested me or piqued my interest up until a few months ago. And now I am building my own film server, so essentially downloading all of my films. Over the past few months, I have been uploading to a server, and people could do more research into this, and it's a very niche sort of market, but Plex or Jellyfin servers, they're the most two common ones. And you might want to do a little bit of research between the two. Plex is a paid service, whereas Jellyfin is free. But these services are great, and if you truly love physical media, then I believe every single person should be creating their own film server. And this sounds like an advert for Plex or Jellyfin, some sort of server manufacturer, and it's not. It's not the case. But the fact is, I had heard about film servers for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. I never really thought anything about it, whilst having a fairly decently sized physical media collection. But the idea that I now am creating and have my own film server where you can actually view and access the film on your phone if you want to, you can download it if you're going on a plane or a train journey, and you still have those films which you love on physical media, the enhanced and upgraded audio and visual quality. I think that's incredible, and I just love the idea of having all of these movies which I've collected over many years, nearly a decade now, and I essentially have them forever. Disc rot isn't something which is going to come into account because, yes, if a Blu-ray disc does rot in, let's just say, 20 to 25 years, and it's a film that I want to go back and re-watch one day, then guess what? That film's been uploaded to a film server, and I can view it from my computer, my television, my phone if I'm on a long journey, and it's great. And you have complete ownership, and you're preserving the films which you love and adore. And we do see this throughout media with technology that companies are essentially wanting us to own much less. We've seen the same with video games, and yes, people can say, oh, it's because it's digital, or they're just creating disc-free consoles to make it more efficient. And is there a case for that? Possibly. But if you look at a timeline of physical discs, then it's kind of scary how we are actually owning less, and we have so much less ownership in comparison to what people had with collections 15 to 20 years ago. So the point that I'm trying to make is, if you truly love and adore a film, a franchise, a series, or even a collection of films, then I truly believe you should be collecting that in the highest possible quality on the best formats and preserving those films for life, essentially. How great would it be to one day go back, you've got this entire collection of movies which you loved at a different period in your life, and they're still available in the highest possible formats, and guess what, you've got complete ownership of them. So, thank you very much for watching this video. This was kind of a rant on streaming services and why I truly believe physical media is important in 2025 and is going to become increasingly more important as the years go by. As always, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.
The streaming services got their money's worth. They're trying to compete with cable, the likes of cable, and they're pretty much losing, more or less. Yeah. I think I said I was going to stop at going to end at the 2-hour mark. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm going to stop at the 2-hour mark and just, I got to start planning a schedule. I think I'm going to start trying to do this I'm going to try to do this tomorrow. I don't know what time though. I do not know what time. I might start sooner, maybe later. Just depends on how I'm feeling. amplify the energy. Yeah, I'm gonna again. I'm gonna try to do this as much as possible. V, don't worry. Oh, oh.
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Now where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Now break it down and freeze. Break it down and freeze. Now break it down and freeze. Now break it down and freeze. Now where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Now tic tac toe. Tic tac toe. Let's go. Tic tac toe. You got it. Tic tac toe. Let's ride. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Now freestyle. 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 Freestyle your style. Freestyle. 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 Freestyle your style. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay. I had to do it. I had to do it, V. I just had to do it because I knew you had the emoji. Yeah, you had the it doesn't show, but it doesn't show when I pull up the comment, but I know you had the emoji peanut butter jelly. So I was like, yep, I just remembered. Yeah, I remembered. But uh, sorry, my phone was going off. Let's see, Ray. Um, the other thing, I just don't know whom to raid on the Twitch side, though. It can be very complicated. I will ask you, are we still cool with Gothic's Bunny? Because it came up on my raid channel as like a similar size comment. Cool. We're still cool with Gothic's Bunny, I hope. I mean, I stream there. Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's cool. Because they showed up in similar on the raid channel, so I'll probably give them a raid. So was it slash? I might do it the second option. Because I don't know much. Yeah, it's taken me a while. It's actually taken me a while, Smash, to still learn the Twitch side, both sides, the Twitch and the YouTube. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess I'm not going to wait for the 2 hour mark to hit because I'm getting tired and I don't want to wait. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the raid. So, what? Unable to raid Gothic's Bunny at this time. Well, that's bad. So what? Should I just end the stream if I can't raid anybody? For what reason? Let's try Irene. Yeah, I can't even raid no comment yet. What about spilled bag of ice? So, alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to raid. Oh, did it? It worked? Yeah, no problem. Let me try again. So, okay. Yeah, it's like the two people I want to raid, it doesn't work. So, jeez. And I just don't want to end the stream, So I guess I can go to Spilled Bag of Ice and you're already in a raid. It's interesting because it's not saying it. Well, All right. Well, I'll see you. 15 seconds left. Hmm. Okay, let's try this. Hold on. I'll do the first option. Huh. Oh, oh. Oh, well. I'll figure it out at some point. So if it's already rating, then that's cool. Yeah, so I'll just end it. So I'll try to do another stream tomorrow. Hopefully it'll work. So I don't know the time though, so I'm gonna have to work on that. So probably when I feel like it. So yeah, this was fun. Thanks B. Thanks God. Thanks Smash. Thanks to BCat for the shoot liking and sharing. So yeah, I'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow.